Hello viewers, I am Krishna Rao, School Assistant Social, Grain Market High School. Today we are going to discuss about 14th lesson of 9th class, that is social protest movements. As we know, in earlier classes we discussed about industrialization, its expansion, its results. As a result of industrialization, how it was brought lot of changes in the social, economic and lifestyle of the people. Maybe it is good if we take up developed ones, but the lifestyle of the workers who are majority in number, from rural to urban, from agriculture to industry, who transformed and changed their working style, their life was so miserable. Why their life was so miserable? The industrialists desired to derive maximum benefits at the cost of the workers. They did not see working hours and conditions of working place and health and wealth of the wages of the workers are neglected. They were looked down. They were treated. The workers were treated like machines by the industrialists. These all miserable conditions made the industrial workers to revolt against the existing ruling system and industrialists. As a result, they want to come together. They want to unite. And instead of seeing their feelings, their emotions, their interests, the science, the technology and maximizing profits has become motto of the industrialist. These all made workers group to feel very bad and to revolt against the industrialists. They demand for high wages, they demand for good working conditions. As we know, firstly industrialization started in England. The problem of workers also naturally will start from England only. In this chapter, we are going to discuss how workers' movements were started, how they developed, how they concluded with some good results, and different women movements. The workers and women movements we are going to see in the chapter. Firstly, as we know, the result of industrialization is a formation of professional groups in the society. Professional groups are good enough, better than workers' position. They are like craftsmen, they are like some skilled workers in the urban areas and in some rural areas. But in workers' conditions, there is no change. They have become worsened. How they are worsened? Working hours are more and working place conditions are very bad and miserable. Wages were very low. They are unable to lead their common life. They are unable to get basic necessaries like bread and meat. In this situation, how the workers' movements may start? Let us see. Workers' movements in England. Why in England only? Industrialization started first in England, so naturally problems also may start first in England. The workers in England revolt and united against the industrialists and they demand for more wages, good working conditions. At the time, in 1795, the government of England declared two combined acts. According to first act, the people are not supposed to talk and speak against the king as well as constitution. Whatever king performed, they had to obey it. That is first act. Second act insists the people not to gather more than 50 people against the government. It is illegal. If anybody do according to this, they will be prosecuted. So this created suppression and very down looking towards the workers. Even industrialists, landlords also decide to suppress workers They are interested in enhancing the profits. They are not interested in the people and the workers. In this situation, another problem prevailed in England, and England in specific and in general in the world is the prices of basic necessary basic food, bread and meat is increased by creating artificial scarcities. The traders who used to sell the bread and meat created artificial scarcities and tried to increase the prices of the bread and meat at higher and higher level. So they are unable to buy the necessary quantity of the bread by the workers. This made the workers to turn against the traders. Communal riots were started from 1795 to 1840. Every year, everywhere in England as well as throughout the world, the workers revolting against the traders. Mainly in England, the workers are revolting against the government. In this bad situation, one is Combined Acts in 1795, another is raising the prices of bread and meat, another problem is enclosure problem. Enclosure means the huge land in a particular area allotted to big landlord, in that 80 to 90% holded by the landlord, remaining small landholders, farmers were kept under the supervision of that large landlord. The people, the small landholders has to obey the large landlords. Large landlords forced them to pay more taxes and forced to work in his land freely. In this situation, this also has become problem. They want to revolt. They left the agriculture land. They joined in industries as a workers. But in industries also, most of them were removed due to introduction of machines, and they were looked down. Whoever working in the industries were paid very low. Women and children were paid very low, and their conditions are so miserable. In this situation, already in England unemployment is prevailed. The war between England and France is continuously occurring from 1795 to 1814, and they both are popularized as permanent rivals. There is no business between England and other European countries. In this situation, the workers united. They want to fight against the industrialists. At that time, the outburst of the Luddism is a result. What is Luddism? The Luddism is a very big movement started under the leadership of General Ned Ludd, who is a charismatic and enlightened leader who united the workers against the industrialists and tried to unite them for more wages, for removal of unemployment. He is not against the machines introduction, but the followers of Ludd understood in different way. They realized introduction of machines only reason for their unemployment, so they damaged the machines and destructed the machines. It caused violence. The landlords and these industrialists suppressed with the help of army. And this Luddism developed enlightenment throughout the world, not only in England. On the name of Ned Ludd, the people revolted and caused for destruction. Actually, Ludd did not ask to damage the machines. He demanded for employment and good wages and good conditions for the workers. In this situation, as a solution to the problems of workers, the socialism started. What is socialism? It is totally against the existing system called capitalism. Capitalism believes in deriving maximum benefits at the cost of the workers. They want more working hours for the laborers, low wages. They want to derive maximum benefits. But these all made workers to feel very bad, and they want to turn against the industrialists. So capitalism is failuring, as a solution to the ill effects of capitalism, the one and only solution suggested, started propagating, gaining momentum is socialism. Many socialist thinkers, Thomas More, Plato, first started in their books and in their theories about this socialism. Then Babeuf said that abolition of private property is a good solution. He said that private property is only cause for capitalism. If there is no private property, automatically inequalities may be removed, socialism may prevail. And next, Saint Simon of the France said that the property or the resources should be in the hands of the state or government. It should be distributed equally among the people. That gives socialism. Next, this Robert Owen of the England, he himself industrialist, but he believes in the welfare of the workers. He tried for cooperative village system. He said that total production should be managed and owned by all the workers. The production and product has to be distributed among the total workers. Then they will work heartfully. And such all theories were propagated. People listened carefully, propagated, but did not succeed in implementation because industrialists are very peak stage, very big momentum is going on for industrial, deriving maximum benefits. These all made governments not to implement socialism. At the time, Karl Marx and Engels in Germany to England, they moved and they started propagating Marxism, which is a correct solution to the industrial workers, and they are propagating that the production should not be small scale, it should be in a large scale. Workers should be the owners of the industries and factories. The production should be distributed equally among the people, and then there is no inequalities. The workers may work very effectively, and that may cause for equality among the people. And Marx and Engels Marxism propagated very intensively, and at that time Russian Revolution burst out and succeeded and inspired the world countries. 1/6 part of the world became socialistic. In the process, our India also inspired. Swami Vivekananda, who visited many countries and continents, first inspired. He started propagating in India. Later stage, Bhagat Singh, M.N. Roy, Jawaharlal Nehru understood and inspired and started propagating about socialistic ideas, and that all results in establishment of Communist Party of India in 1920. This is the success of socialism. And even in capitalistic countries, the workers' position improved due to effect of socialism. Now, women throughout the world started movements for improvement of their conditions. 1830 to 1870, many movements were raised. Mainly in France, first it was started when Declaration of Human Rights is succeeded in 1791. Women were not given. That made women to feel very bad, and they declared themselves these all 17 rights to the women. And here and there, everywhere in the world, women movements were started for mainly two things. What are the two things, children? They are number one, first phase of feminism believes in equal right to vote to women on par with men. Second one is this equality in education, health and wealth. The Virginia Woolf, a famous feminist, tried to propagate these all results in enhancement and improvement and necessity to sanction rights to the women. That all results after Russian Revolution, first time rights were sanctioned to women. After that, even in England in 1928, throughout the world, one after other countries started giving rights, equal rights to women. But hurtfully we can say that they are not in practice. You think, children, in your home, to your sister, to your mother, around you in the society, we are giving rights legally, but we are not giving equal rights practically. Why this is happening? Women is bothering. as a brother to your sister, as a son to your mother, as a member in the society. It is necessary to change hurtfully ourselves to give equal importance to women. Then they will boost up and work in all fields, and they will come out with their efforts, and our society will develop. You discuss with your friends and teacher and try to find out solutions as a grown up child, for solutions for giving boost up to women in the world, and equal rights to women. Thank you very much.